Hello everyone, Ailuromage the Magic History Cat here, and today I want to talk about the Endsinger and the battle itself, the final day. During this battle, the Endsinger uses a series of attacks that come from Greek words and philosophical concepts, and we're going to take a closer look at them together, and explore the storytelling that happens through the battle through these attacks. The Endsinger is a being of nearly immeasurable power that all began with the use of Dynamis creating Meteion. Meteion's consciousness was linked to their sisters who were scattered all over the universe to observe different worlds among the stars. And it was all done to answer the question, what is the purpose of life? And after experiencing countless incomprehensible amounts of suffering and pain as they watched lives perish throughout the universe, they arrive at the conclusion that in order to end suffering, we must end all life so that these atrocities can never happen again.
But no matter how much hope exists, ever will there be more despair. Ever will the living cast the present and announce the future. So sing until life ceases to be.
They prepare to sing their song, becoming the Endsinger, their song which will bring about the final days. As the battle begins, the Endsinger starts with an attack called Elegia, taking two planets and crashing them together, destroying them and causing a massive AoE. Elegia is where we get elegy in English. It's a poem or a song of mourning and lament. This is the Endsinger's song, the one to destroy worlds and to end all life in the universe. Galaxius is where the Endsinger slams a meteor into the center of the arena, covering the floor in AoE and knocking everyone back. Galaxius is the Greek term for the Milky Way galaxy as we call it in English. The reason we call it this actually comes from the Greek language, and it traces all the way back into ancient Greek mythology on how creation came to be. So Galaxius comes from the word gala, which is milk in Greek. So Galaxia means galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. Ultimately, the core of the story is centered around Hera, the goddess of marriage and fertility, who was nursing Heracles. At some point, Heracles was pushed away and Hera's milk was scattered, which splashed and created the stars and the galaxy. And we are pushed away by the might of the Endsinger's cosmic power, using the force of the galaxy itself against us. The Endsinger then uses Elencus, and fires an attack from their mouth or eyes streaking across the arena. Elencus comes from the Socratic method, the method of finding the truth through questions and answers, through observation and inquiry. This is one of the cornerstones of philosophical thought. If a statement or a claim is made, then you scrutinize it by asking questions in an attempt to somewhat deconstruct the thesis. So it is the question and the answer. The Endsinger follows with Aporia and materializes heads that mimic the effect of Elencus, sending smaller lines of damage across the arena. Aporia is another Greek philosophical term meaning doubt or uncertainty, or lacking passage. Now, this word has multiple uses, one of which just describing the notion of doubt or something that is doubtful, but in philosophy it's used to talk about contradictions and paradoxes. Philosophical logic in its most basic form operates through the steps of premises and conclusions. This is the formula for any basic argument. So if the argument is contradictory, then it is aporetic. So while Elencus refers to the question and answer, aporia is the designation of doubt applied to the argument. So what then is the Endsinger's argument?
If there is no happiness in life, there is only one place it may be found.
The Endsinger, like most bosses, will use a tank buster, and here it is called hubris. I'm sure everyone knows what hubris means, since we do use it in English meaning insolence or radical ambition, but this word also originates from Greek, keeping with the theme. Halfway through Phase 1, the Endsinger will begin using Elegia Unforgotten. We already covered Elegia, but for this the Endsinger uses Elegia normally, but stores the events to rewind time later as we we watch the planets crash and explode again. The Endsinger is repeating their song of mourning lest we forget the first time. This then ties directly to the Endsinger's next attack, Fatalism. This is the activation of that rewind, ensuring the fate of the planets and the destroyed worlds. Fatalism is a philosophical theory that everything that happens in existence is predestined, that essentially everything has already been decided, as if we are living a recording of events destined to occur. Fatalism is a widely discussed theory, not just in philosophy, but all throughout religion and science across the world. The concept of free will, what is choice, the laws of the universe, and can we change our destiny? These are all things that are a part of the debate surrounding this concept. To the Endsinger, a silent and empty universe is fate.
All awash in ice, a frozen waste, forever silent.
The end has already been decided, and this will happen. For Ecstasis, the Endsinger materializes the heads again, but this time they create a gradually growing AoE, forcing the party into the furthest edges of the arena. Ecstasis can really mean a couple of things based on its application, and it's where we get the word ecstasy. In Greek, it essentially means to stand beside or outside of oneself, but in a philosophical sense, ecstasis is the examination of the self within its place in time in the universe. Your being in the world within that time and transcending that, not limited by the present or thinking in the present. Like an out-of-body experience, thinking beyond the constraints of time and yourself. Now, before we move on to Phase 2, the Endsinger also uses attacks called Interstellar and Nemesis. Interstellar, somewhat self-explanatory, as the Endsinger swoops across the center of the arena, and Nemesis drops damage on individual party members, appropriately named as Nemesis is the name of the Greek goddess of revenge, who would administer punishment onto humans. Eventually, the Endsinger uses planets, which is what causes the shift into Phase 2. Planet is where we get the word planet in English, and planet in Greek means wanderer. The Endsinger was a wanderer as Metaion, and this is how they came to the conclusion that all life must be destroyed. Now, as we enter Phase 2, the Endsinger unleashes Kakodaimon. The party must destroy it before the Endsinger can charge their full attack. Now, if we look at the Latin spelling, everyone who is a Doom fan, you probably already know what this is. It's a demon. In the Greek language, it is a combination of kako, meaning bad, and daimon, meaning a god or a spirit. Daimon is where we get the word daemon. During the battle with the Kakodaimon, the party must dodge the planets hurled by the Endsinger and endure AoEs, eventually reaching one of the most incredible moments in the entire game's history, where a tank Limit Break 3 resists the power of the Endsinger's attack, Ultimate Fate. The Endsinger's final attack to end everything. We resist this, and we defy what the Endsinger declares to be our fate. So the Endsinger tries again, because in their mind,
No matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate.
using fatalism to rewind and recast Ultimate Fate. There is no other end to this story. We are destined to die. The Endsinger strikes us and all seems lost, until our closest friends and loved ones come to our aid. We defy fate. We then enter the final phase. Our friends declare this isn't the end and that we will have hope. During this phase, the Endsinger starts with an attack called Telos, a heavy-hitting room-wide AoE. Telos in Greek means end. In philosophy, telos is the understanding of something's end or something's ultimate purpose, as in what is the ultimate purpose of an object, a tool, a car, the trees, the animals, or even the device you're watching this video on. It's the examination of what makes a purpose or what gives something its purpose, and in the end, what was its ultimate purpose? What is the purpose of the existence of anything? This is the very question that Endwalker explores, the meaning of life. Why do we exist? Why do the stars exist, or the world, nature, you, me, and everyone that we love? As the Endsinger tells us that our telos is destruction, we still have hope. We resist the Endsinger's elegia. We resist their song of mourning with a song of hope of our own.
For hope will shine again.
As the fight draws to its end, the Endsinger desperately begins flailing at us, seemingly losing control, faltering as the attack telos becomes telomania, mania meaning manic. The Endsinger is unable to comprehend it anymore, unable to understand why we keep fighting, why we don't give up, and what the purpose of our defiance is. This is the last attack the Endsinger uses in battle, meeting a manic end, as we finally strike them down and save the universe. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I hope I was able to provide some interesting or useful information. These videos do take a very long time to put together, so if you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like or telling me what you thought, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thank you again, and remember to pet a cat today.